Welcome, top of the morning to you, governor. Just kidding, those are two different cultures. So,
That's okay, we can.
en el día de hoy, or
First
today,
things first, we want to say thank you to our veterans. We love you, we appreciate you, we support you.
I'm going to be telling Navy stories in a little bit. So here's the thing. Today we're celebrating nuts. Nuts. You're nuts. I'm nuts. We're all nuts for nuts.
Uh-huh. Apparently, cashews, almonds, walnuts, pecans. Peanuts are not
We
a
call them
nut.
pecans, but I just like to say pecans to make fun of people that say it like that.
What else?
If you're one of them.
Brazil
Just tell you.
nuts.
Bahia. Just kidding, that's a place in Brazil. What else?
Brazil nuts. What else?
Pine nuts?
Pine nuts.
Tree nuts? Just kidding. Cocoa nuts?
No, that's not a nut.
Neither of those are nuts.
I don't
one is
like-
legume and one is
Here's the issue that I have, okay?
coconut is.
I love almonds and I love pecans. I love walnuts.
Or
Cashews,
pecans.
every time I'm like, maybe I was being harsh on the cashews. I'm going to try them again. And it happens every couple years. I
like
hate
cashews.
them. They're disgusting. And so I'm like, okay, that's a no on the cashews, isn't it? Once again. So when I get a bag of trail mix and it has cashews in it, I'm like, I'll eat everything except the cashews.
So, Navy stories, because it's Veterans Day this Saturday, or tomorrow. Actually, because today's Friday. No. Happy Friday. So,
Bien. Muy bien.
felicidades a tu viernes. Anyway, so, Veterans. Oh, I don't need to look that up. So,
All again is
what
cashews,
story should I
people.
share?
Well,
So
this
I
one
worked
time,
I worked in a shop called the Jet Shop. We had jets in the shop. I worked on Super Hornets, FA-18, Fighter Attack, Jet 18, and it is the Blue Angels. I work on those jets, or I did. I worked on them. They're mine. I claim them all.
I dropped a piece. Hold on. Sorry.
So, one time, like, we were going to have muster, which means roll call, pretty much. And, sorry.
Keep talking.
We were going to have roll call, and I was late. And they were just like, why are you late sometimes? And I was, in this particular incident, I said I was hanging out in the back, and there were some dolphins. And so I was just standing there, and I knew that muster was going to be soon. But
She doesn't care.
considering I have ADHD, that's not why. Considering I have ADHD, I was like, oh my gosh, dolphins! And I totally forgot about muster completely. And I stood there watching the dolphins. Another time it was whales, and I was late for muster again. Anyway.
Mustard, huh? Sounds delicious.
And so, this is the aft end of the ship, which is the end, the back end, where we have the jets. Well, one time I was, like, over here.
She was on an aircraft carrier,
Which
clearly,
is huge.
'cause She had jet.
Yeah.
She had jet lag.
So over here on the, hold on, so if that's the aft, facing this way, aft, so then that means port. So I was on the port side. Port side, or left, if you're facing fore, or the front.
This is also confusing to me. It's like people saying north and west and east and south to me. I'm like, what direction is that?
I know all of those, and I know fore, aft.
Well,
port
by the
and
way,
starboard.
I figured out how to remember that that the sun rises in the east.
She forgets that all the time. I'm just like, it's in the east, and she's like, which way is the east? And I'm all like, the
No,
sun
I know which way
rises in the east.
I know which way. Okay, so here's the.
This is like something that I've been like for the past year. She's asked me where the sun rises.
I can't remember if the sun rises in the east or if it rises in the west. For some reason, my brain cannot remember. And then I remembered that the east is hours ahead of us, so the sun rises on.
Or you could think about Japan, how they're called Land of the Rising
Yes,
Sun.
I know, but that didn't help. But I realized the logical thing is
And New Orleans.
New York is 2 hours ahead
They
of
call
us.
the rising sun, and a me, poor boy, something, just something.
So I remember that New York is 2 hours ahead of us, so that means the sun comes up before it comes on us, and they're east of us and all that stuff. So I figured it out all by myself.
Like 2 months ago.
I'm only 31. We've still got time.
For some reason, I was thinking I was 31 and you were 29. So weird.
Nope. Sure.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, she's picking out the freaking cashews. Weirdo. Anyway, I love cashews.
I'm eating the other stuff. There's such a thing as cashew milk. Now, I haven't tried that, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did like that for some reason. Just saying.
Anyway,
I'm not a picky booger. I eat stuff.
one of the coolest things I saw off the
Bow?
no, the bow. Off the one of the sides of the ship, off the port side again. So standing out there. So here's the
Off
afghan
the port side!
starboard side.
Ariel!
Cool.
How you doing,
Front.
kid?
Okay.
Whoa, what a swim. I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
I don't have any stories to tell about the Navy. I've got to say something.
So
Continue on.
So the port. So I was hanging out over there, and so I walked over there, and there were
Sorry, I'm shaking the table.
and the computer. I mean the video recorder and everything. Okay, so I was standing out there, and I'm looking out at the ocean, and I see birds. And I'm all like, what in the heck? Because we were like 2,000 miles away from any landform. Like it was just straight ocean. Birds are not out there. So I'm observing, and I'm standing there like in shock that these birds are out there. Not just that, but they're pink, like blue wings, or purple. And so it's flying, and I see it change direction in the air and everything. That's why I was like, it's a bird. And then it dove into a wave. And then I looked around and was not looking at that one bird. Fish. And I saw them like right, so in the wave would come up, and I would see them fly out of the crest of the wave, and then it would fly, changing direction in midair, and then it would dive into the crest of another wave. Ah, so cool! One of the coolest things ever. So yeah, this is why I'm an ecology major, is because I love wildlife and I love all that stuff. Like I love especially the ocean. I mean, I'm like a water baby. I'm a swimmer. I love all that stuff. So like me being on the ocean, and I was working on jets, so I had a super cool job, and I got to see all sorts of wildlife out in the ocean, and it was just like, it was cool. So it wasn't all amazing and everything like that. There were some really hard times being at war.
Can you feel
Not my
the
favorite.
wildlife tonight? Sorry.
So like not everything in the military was fun, and it wasn't all great. War
It was fun and games all day, every day.
War, not my favorite. War, not my favorite. She's like tapping my leg. Like, I'm like, what is this, Morse code? Jeez.
I don't know Morse code.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the military.
I don't know Morse code either. I know the NATO alphabet. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. Anyway. So.
Well, I know that too. Alpha,
being at war
Charlie.
sucks. So, give a shout out to your veterans. Or veterans. Okay, anyway. as some people say. So give a shout out to
We
your
have long
veterans today.
outstanding inside
Or, I
jokes,
mean,
and
tomorrow.
We share them with you in pure love, but then you don't get them because they're inside jokes.
Well, yeah, our mom was all like, "You have to do Veterans Day," and I'm all, "Veteran? What's a veteran?" And so, celebrate your Veterans Day. Give a shout out to your veteran, and especially if you know a veteran, give a shout out.
Tell us which
To that
nut
veteran.
is your favorite.
Oh yeah, tell us which nut is your favorite, but more like way over doing that is Veterans Day. So give a shout out to your veteran.
Donate to veteran causes.
Thank them for their like support our troops and everything like that, because we wouldn't have the freedoms that we have without them. They're amazing men and women that
Thank you
are
for watching.
protecting us. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, watch, share, like, comment. Tell us everything.
Everything.
Tell us
your
about
life.
your veteran that you know.
Or love.
And
Or
thank
like.
them. Yeah, or like or love. And may adventures be in your cards on this fabulous Friday.